Hello students, in my last class you already studied about the functional group and homologous series. In today's class we will discuss about the most important points for this topic, that is nomenclature of organic compounds. Okay, so next point will be the nomenclature of organic compound. Okay, so see here, what is mean by nomenclature? Nomenclature is nothing but what? You have to give the name for the compound. It is nothing but what? Naming of compound. Yes, nomenclature is nothing but what? You have to give the name for that compound. Okay, so in your mind the question will be arise, why should give the name for the compound? So to identify any compound, you must know that name for that compound. Okay, if you know the name for a given compound, then and then only you have to identify that a particular compound. For example, in human being also, each human has a particular name, or the animals also, each animal has a particular name. So in the same way, the organic compound also have a particular name. Okay, for that name only we have to identify a organic compound. So why this nomenclature is required? To assign or to give a particular name for the organic compound. Okay, so it is a way of giving name to organic compound. It is a way of giving name to organic compound. This is reason we have to nomenclature a particular compound. Nomenclature of particular compound or the particular organic compound is nothing but what? Giving the name. Okay, so it is a way of giving a name for the organic compound. Okay, हे कशासाठी यूज करतो आम्ही? पर्टिक्युलर ऑर्गॅनिक कंपाऊंडला नेम द्यायला आम्ही nomenclature of organic compound यूज करतो. Okay, so now organic, that is a nomenclature of organic compound, it is having two types. Okay, this having two types of nomenclature of organic compound. Okay, these organic compounds we can give the name by using two types. So first will be common name system. And it is also called trivial name system. Okay, so organic compounds we can classify using the two types. First will be the common name system, and it is also called trivial system, and the second will be the IUPAC system. Okay, so now in your mind the question will be arise, what is the meaning for the IUPAC? So IUPAC is nothing but what? The full form of IUPAC, I means International Union for Pure and Applied Chemistry. Okay, what is the full form of IUPAC? International Union for Pure and Applied Chemistry. It is nothing but IUPAC. So now in today's class we will discuss in detail about the common name system. Okay, so today's class will discuss about the common name system. So what is the meaning of common name system? So common name system, it is a So I will write here first common name system. Common name system. So it is a non-systematic name. Okay. In this system, we are giving the name for the organic compound. So it is a non-systematic way. So the first point for the common name system, it is a non-systematic naming system, or it is also called vernacular name system. ओके. सो पहिला काय सांगितले मी, ऑर्गेनिक कंपाऊंडला नॉमेनक्लेचर का करायचं, पर्टिक्युलर ऑर्गेनिक कंपाऊंड आयडेंटिफिकेशन व्हायला दिस नॉमेनक्लेचर विल बी गिव द or it will be assigned the name of the given organic compound. After that, this nomenclature is having two types. First will be the common name system and second will be the IUPAC name system. This common name system is also called trivial system. Okay, and this IUPAC system, the full form of IUPAC will be the International Union for Pure and Applied Chemistry. So in today's class, we'll discuss about the common name system. So now here the common name system, it is a non-systematic naming system. It is not a systematic naming system. It is a non-systematic naming system. We also call it as a vernacular naming system or the vernacular name system. Okay. So here the organic compounds will be named according to their organic compounds are named according to their first will be the source, second will be the property, third will be the discovery, and fourth will be the structure. Okay, so what they will do, if they see any organic compounds, they will consider the four property of the compound. Okay, so they will give according to that source also give, they can give the particular name for the given compound according to that property based on the discovery and based on the structure. Okay, so organic compounds are named in a common name system based on source, based on property, based on discovery and based on structure. Okay, so now first we're going to see about the organic compounds and the name of the organic compound which is based on the source. Source means ते कशापासून उत्पादित झाले. Okay, so based on that source they will give a common name for a particular organic compound. So now we'll study about on the basis of source. On the basis of source, the organic compound also given the name. So all of you know the methyl spirit. Example will be wood spirit or methyl spirit. Wood spirit or methyl spirit, it is an organic compound, and for that particular organic compound they given the wood spirit or the methyl spirit name because it is obtained by distillation of wood. Okay, so for the distillation of wood I'm going to get one organic compound, that is a wood spirit or the methyl spirit. So source of the methyl spirit will be the distillation of wood. What is the source for the methyl spirit? The distillation of wood. For this, using this source, they given a particular organic compound name will be the methyl spirit. So the second example for this basis on the source, second will be the urea. Okay, so all of you know the urine. Okay, so based on that urine or the obtained form, this urea is obtained from urine. Okay, so what is the source of urea? Urine is the source of urea. So based on this source, they given urine for the particular name of a organic compound. Okay, so availability in the nature, what is available in the nature? The urine is available in the nature. So based on this source, they given the name for the organic compound, that is urea. So the third example will be, all of you know the vinegar. Okay, so all of you know vinegar. And this vinegar we also call in chemistry language acetic acid. So in your home you are using vinegar to preparation of paneer. Okay, so for that this vinegar, it is also called acetic acid. Okay, so the common name for the vinegar is acetic acid. So source of the acetic acid is what? Vinegar. And also acetum. Okay, so in our nature, what is present? Vinegar or the acetic acid, acetum is present. Based on that source, we given a name of the organic compound is acetic acid. So the next will be the oxalic acid. The source of the oxalic acid will be oxalis. That is a oxalis plant is present, and based on that, we given that name of the acid will be the oxalic acid. In this plant, oxalis is present. The oxalis is present, and this is act as acid. So we given the common name for a given compound, that is a oxalic acid. Next, fifth will be the, all of you know the red ants. Yes or no? सगळ्यांना रेड ant माहिती आहे की नाही? लाल मुंगी माहिती आहेत ना? ओके, सो इन दॅट सपोज तुम्हाला लाल मुंगी जर चावली तर काय होते? You will get irritated, or it will start, suppose in your hand or somewhere else, if you're somewhere else, जर तुम्हाला मुंगी चावली तर काय होते? तुम्हाला इथं इचिंग व्हायला स्टार्ट होते. ओके, सो बिकॉज ऑफ दिस व्हॉट रिझन तुम्हाला इचिंग का स्टार्ट होते? बिकॉज दॅट रेड ants contain formic acid. Okay, so source of the formic acid will be the red ants. ओके, फॉर्मिक ऍसिड कशापासून तयार होते? रेड ऍंट्स मध्ये. रेड ऍंट्स मध्ये ऑलरेडी तुमच्याकडे फॉर्मिक ऍसिड असते. ओके, त्याला आम्ही काय म्हणतो? या फॉर्मिकस. सो they given, based on this formicus, they given a particular organic compound will be the formic acid. So source of the formic acid will be the red ants. Remember that. Next, 6 will be the lactic acid. Okay, so all of you know that in your milk, lactone will be present. Okay, in the milk, what is present? In the milk, lactone will be present. So based on this lactone, the lactic acid source will be the lactone. Okay, based on this source, we got one acid, that is a lactic acid, and they given the name for that particular acid will be the lactic acid. Okay, so next will be the, all of you know the butter. Butter is the source of butyric acid. Butter is the source of butyric acid. Okay, so these are all the example which is based on the availability of the source. Okay, which is based on the basis of the source. If this source is present, on that source they will provide or they will prepare a compound, and that compound they given a common name, because you know, all of you know the urine. Okay, and urine is a source to the formation of urea. Okay, so urine is responsible to the formation of urea, so they given a common name for the particular organic compound will be urea. All of you know the vinegar also. In your home you are using vinegar, and source of the vinegar will be the source of this vinegar. We can use a source for the formation of acetic acid. So generally in chemistry language, vinegar is called acetic acid. Okay, so oxalic acid also, source of the oxalic acid will be the oxalis plant. Okay, oxalis plant. So in that plant, oxalis is present, and this source will be responsible to the formation of oxalic acid. So that particular organic compound we given oxalic acid as a name. And all of you know the red ant also, that red ants contain a formic acid. So because of this reason we are getting itching there. So red ant is the source for the formic acid. Okay. So already you know the milk, and this milk is also contain the lactone. So for this reason the lactic acid will be prepared. The source of the lactic acid will be lactone. Source of the lactic acid is lactone, and the source of the butter, the source of the butyric acid will be butter. Source of the butyric acid is butter. Okay. So now, so the common naming system on the basis of source is over. Now we'll move to the next, that is on the basis of property. On the basis of property. Okay, so the certain organic compounds which is given the name by using the common name system based on the property of the organic compound. Okay, so for example, all of you know the glucose. Okay, so glucose will be given the name for the particular organic compound based on that property because it is sweet in taste. It is sweet in taste. Okay, so based on this sweet property, they given that particular organic compound, the common name will be the glucose. Okay, so based on the property, the first example will be the glucose. Why a particular organic compound we call glucose? Because of this property, that is this glucose is sweet in nature, that is a sugar. You already know that. After that, glycerol. Okay, glycerol also it is an sweet in taste. So based on this property also they given here name, that is a glycerol. So this is your over. First it is over that on the basis of source, on the basis of property, and the next will be the on the basis of discovery. On the basis of okay, so certain organic compounds they given a name for the common name system on the basis of discovery also. Okay, so many organic compounds they are discovered by the scientists. Okay, for example, Grignard reagent. Okay, this Grignard reagent is prepared that by scientists, so we call it that chemical formula that is will be the RMGX. So Grignard reagent, this is a common name for particular given organic compound. So on the basis of discovery also we given a common name for a particular compound, that will be the Grignard reagent. And the last, that is on the basis of structure. Okay, so the organic compounds also will give the name on the basis of structure, that will be the on the basis of structure. So all of you know that if in a given compound one carbon is present, we call it as an meth. Okay, if there is a presence of 2 carbon, we call it as an eth. If there is a presence of 3 carbon, we call that is a proof. If there is a presence of 4 carbon, we call it as an but. Okay, so like that you know that if there is a presence of 5 carbon, paint. Okay, suppose if I write the structure CH4, so all of you know that if there is a presence of 1 carbon only, we are writing directly that is a methane. Okay, suppose if there is a presence of C2H6, so we have here 2 carbons, so we are using there ethane. Okay, so there are many compounds which is given for the common name. So first, next would be the, we can list out that compound. Using common name system. using common name system. Okay, so the common name system, or it is also called trivial name system, for some organic compound. So the first example will be CH4. Okay, if you look at this example, you will understand that I already told that based on the structure, if there is a presence of only one carbon atom, we given for the name for that compound will be methane. Okay, CH4, we given the name that is a methane. Okay, so the next example, that is C2H2. So all of you know that if there is a presence of two carbon atom, we writing there eth, and also we can write here acetylene. Also we can write their name, that particular given organic compound will be acetylene. Next example will be CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Okay, so all of you count first carbon atom here. How many carbon atom? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so in the common name system, if there is a presence of a longest chain, you have to use their N. Okay, if there is a presence of long chain along with one carbon atom which is branch, suppose like this, suppose there is a presence of long chain like this, and for this middle carbon atom, if there is a presence of branching, so in that case you have to use iso. Okay, and if there is a long chain, you have to use their N. Suppose if in a given organic compound there is a presence of a tertiary carbon atom, in an organic compound there is a presence of a tertiary carbon atom like this. Suppose this middle carbon atom having a here 4 carbon atoms surrounding him, so this is a tertiary carbon atom. In that case you have to use for the nomenclature, that is a neo as a prefix. Okay, so here I told if there is a presence of a long chain, you have to directly write their N, and how many carbon atom there is presence? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 means butane, so you have to write directly N butane. Okay, I will take one more example. CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. Suppose like this example is there. First you have to count how many carbon atom is present there. Total number of carbon atom is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I told here one rule, if there is a straight chain of carbon atom, you have to write in a common name system, you have to write here N. How many carbon atom? 5 carbon atom, so 5 we call it a pent, so 5 pentane. Okay, so after that, suppose if I take here CH3, CH2, 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 CH3, sorry, one more CH2, and then if I take CH3, then you have to write here how many carbon atom here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the total 6 carbon, you know that we called it as an hexane. So after that, it is a very long system only, the carbon long system, so you have to write here N hexane. Okay, so this is the first rule for giving the common name system for a organic compound. Suppose if I write here CH3, CH2, CH3. So this is also a long chain, and we have only the 3 carbons, so we should write here propane, that is a, and initially we write N propane. Okay, so now we'll take a next example, that is CH3, CH3, here will be the presence of CH3. So I told here, if in a given organic compound there is a presence of long chain, and in that long chain one branch chain is present, in that case you have to use iso. Okay, so see here, we have here 4 carbon atom, no doubt we have here 4 carbon atoms, so 4 carbon is nothing but what? Butane, but we have here one branch chain, so we'll write here isobutane. Okay, suppose if I write here one more example, CH3, CH2, CH, CH3, CH3. In that case, what will happen here? How many carbon atom is present? Total 5 carbon atoms are present here. Okay, so for the 5 carbon atom, we should write here pentane. Yes, but we have here one branch chain, so you have to mention here isopentane. Okay, so I will take one more example. CH3, CH2, CH2, CH, CH3, CH3. Here also you have to count the number of carbon atoms. How many carbon atoms are present? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total 6 carbon means we have to write here hexane. And we have here one branch, so we have to write here isohexane. Okay, so like this you have to give the common name for given compound. So we'll take a next example. I told that in a given compound, if there is a presence of a tertiary carbon atom, you have to write there that is a neo. Okay, so suppose if I take like this example, this one carbon atom is attached to the 4CH2 group. So at the center the carbon is present, that carbon is tertiary carbon atom, so you have to write here neo. Yes, so now you have to count the total number of carbon atoms. How many carbon atoms is present here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you have to write here neopentane. For the 5 carbon atom, you have to use here pentane. So this is example. Next, HCHO. Okay, this CHO, it is an functional group. I already told it is an aldehyde. Okay, that is a C double bond OH. This is your aldehyde group. If I write here H, so for this compound the name will be the formaldehyde. Common name will be the formaldehyde. Same here H, C, H double bond O. Okay, so this is your formaldehyde. Next, CH3, C double bond O, CH3. This is our acetone. So all of you know that if the C double bond O is functional group is present, that is ketone. Okay, and for this we have here CH3, CH3. So the common name for the given compound will be acetone. Common name for the given compound will be acetone. Okay, so now the next will be the CH3, CH2, OH. Okay, so all of you know that OH is nothing but alcohol. Okay, and before that we have here 2 carbon. So all of you know that if there is a presence of 2 carbon means we are using their eth. Okay, so there is a presence of alcohol, so this is your ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol. Next, CH3, C double bond O, NH2. Okay, so I told acetic acid, that is a CH3, C double bond O, COOH. This is your acetic acid and this group will called aceta group. Okay, so now here also we have here same group. Okay, I told here acetic acid CH3, C double bond O, COOH. So again we have here same group like this. Yes, CH3, C double bond O. Here also CH3, C double bond O. But here difference will be, we have here acidic group, that is COOH group, but here we have amide group, that is NH2. Okay, so first name is aceta will be remain same here, aceta, and this NH2 will call amide, acetamide. Okay, so the next will be, suppose if I take ROR. Okay, R means nothing but what? CH3. So R means CH3, C2H5, anything. Okay, or also it should be attached with benzene, that is C6H6 also. Suppose if I take ROR, this is a functional group for ether. Commonly we call it as an ether. Okay, if I write here CH3O CH3. If I write here CH3O CH3, you have to count here how many methyl group is present, 1 and 2. So in that case we should write that is a di. 2 means dimethyl ether, dimethyl ether. In the same way, if I take here C2H5 O C2H5. So all of you know that C2H5 is nothing but what? Ethyl. Okay, so in that structure we have 2 ethyl group. Okay, this one ethyl group and this one. So 2 means I already told this is a di. Okay, and what is here? Ethyl will present, so diethyl. If there is a presence of middle O, that is a ether. Like this. This will be the R, this will be the O, this will be the R. ROR. It is an ether. I already told. So we have here diethyl ether. Okay. So the next will be CHCl3. CHCl3. So for this compound you have to always remember the formula for this compound, and this will be the name, which is chloroform. Chloroform. Suppose if I take like this only, and if I write here iodine. Okay. Here I written chlorine, here I written iodine. Like this I written here chloroform, here you should write iodoform. Okay. After that, if I take CH3CN. So all of you know that CN is nothing but what? Nitrile group. Means we have here C triple bond N. Okay. This is a nitrile group, and nitrile group is attached with now here CH3. So all of you know this will be the acetyl group. So we'll write here acetonitrile. Acetonitrile. Okay. So the next will be CH3 C double bond O COOH. So in this case we have, this is your acidic group, and this will be the aceta group. So you should write name for the common name will be the acetic acid. Okay. So next C6H6. The C6H6 is nothing but what? Benzene. Benzene is a common name. Next C6H5CH3. So all of you know the benzene structure. This is your benzene. Okay. So C6H6 we called it benzene. If this benzene, suppose this benzene is attached with CH3 group. Now I taken here benzene, that is C6H5, and which is attached to the CH3 group, we call it is an common name for a particular organic compound is toluene. Common name for the particular organic compound will be toluene. Now if I take benzene ring which is attached to NH2. If I take benzene ring which is attached to NH2, like this C6H5NH2. In that case we call it is an aniline. You have to remember the name for a particular organic compound. Then and then only will understand that. Yes, if the benzene ring is attached with amine, that is NH2 group, we call it as an aniline. So the next C6H5OH. It means benzene ring now attached with OH. Benzene ring is attached with OH. So for the common name will be here phenol. Common name will be the phenol. Okay. Next, benzene ring will attach with OCH3. Here the benzene ring is attached with CH3 only. In that case we call the particular organic compound is toluene. Here the benzene ring is attached with OCH3 group. We call that is a chemical formula OCH3 C6H5 OCH3. In that case we call it as an anisole. Now benzene ring which is attached to C double bond O CH3. C double bond O CH3. Okay. So all of you know that I directly told that if there is a presence of C double bond O CH3 or the CH3 C double bond O COOH, in that case what we call this will be the acetyl group. Okay. So here also there is a presence of a aceto group. Yes or no? C double bond O. This is also aceto group. This is also aceto group. Only remaining there is a benzene. So in that case I will write here formula for C6H5COCH3. The name, common name for the system will be the, this will be the acetophenone. Acetophenone. Okay. Next, suppose if I take C6H5CONH3, like this benzene ring is directly attached to C double bond O here NH2. Okay, CO NH2. So for this name, we know that this is your benzene and this is your amide group. So in that case, you have to write here benzamide. This is your benzene and this will be the amide group, CONH2 group we call it as an amide. So name for the given compound is benzamide. So these are the example for the common naming system. What I take here, first example I taken here, that is if there is a presence of 1, 2, 3 like that carbon, if there is a presence of 1 carbon atom, we have to write ethane, that is a methane. If there is a presence of 2 carbon, we have to write here ethane, like this. Suppose if there is a presence of 1 carbon atom, methane, and if there is a presence of 2 carbon atom, in the common name system we are using there acetylene or ethyne also. Commonly we call acetylene also and ethyl also. If there is a presence of a longer chain of carbon atom, select C here, there is a presence of long chain of carbon atom. In that case, each naming we have to use N there, because here we have here 4 carbon atom. All of you know that if there is a presence of 4 carbon atom, nothing but butane, that is a but. Okay, so butane, and before that you write N butane. Suppose if I take 5 carbon atom chain like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of you know that we call it as a pentane. So you have to write, in that case you have to write N pentane. Like this I written here N hexane. The next rule that, suppose if I take a long chain of a carbon atom and that long chain is attached with one branch, in that case we have to use iso. Now here we have total 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atom, 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atom. So 4 means you know that it is an butane. Okay, so now we have here one branch, so you have to write there iso. Like that, if there is a presence of a tertiary carbon atom here, we have to use there neo, and how many carbon atoms present? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so you have to write neopentane. Okay, so same way I given a different example here. I given the different example, that is isobutane. Same way, see the longer chain and which is attached to the branch. So how many carbon atoms present? Total 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon. 4 is nothing but butane, and we have here branch, so we have to use there isobutane. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon atom is present. So because of this reason I written here pentane, and we have here branch, that is a isopentane. Okay. And next rule, that is if there is a presence of tertiary, we have to use neopentane. Next, so all of you know this will be the aldehyde, and next will be the acetone. After that, if there is a presence of OH group, in OH group, if there is a presence of OH group, we have to refer there it is an alcohol. So suppose if I take CH3CH2, so you know that CH3CH2 we have 2 carbon, means it is an ethyl, and there is a presence of OH means ethyl alcohol. Like that, there is a presence of CONH2 group, we have to write there this is an amide group. So this is your acetamide. Okay. So next, if there is a presence of benzene which is attached to the CH3 group, in that case the common name for the given compound is toluene. If there is a benzene which is attached to the NH2 group, the common name for the given compound will be aniline. Okay. Now the next, if there is a presence of benzene which is attached to the OH group, we call it phenol. And like the same way, there is a presence of benzene which is attached with the OCH3 group. For this compound, we should give the common name, that is anisole. Okay. So for the homework, I will give one question. Write a common name for given compound this is the first compound, second, so this is for your homework. So I hope you understand today's class. In today's class, I completed the common naming system for the organic compound, and in my next class I will start IUPAC name system for organic compound. Thank you.